Yo, mic check, mic check. You hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, yeah, I'm tripping. I didn't think anybody could hear me. Okay, my apologies for anybody watching this, the replay. You know, I like to get into and get it cracking or whatever, so my apologies. So you can see me and hear me fine. Put 11 if you can see me and hear me fine. Put 11, you can see and hear me fine. You should be able to see Wu-Tang Clan. So my W's up from Cats Rock with the Wu. All right, good. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. This is similar to my last live stream when I said it's everyone waking up. And like I said on that live stream, I very rarely do content that's going along with what's trending, what's popular, what's mainstream. But today's live stream and the live stream is everyone waking up is deeply on my heart. You know, this is something I've been contemplating for a while, but it's on my spirit yesterday to really speak about it very candidly. That's why I'm doing a live stream, one take, you know, no edits, whatever, and whatnot. So the times that we're in, it's like this, man. And I'm just gonna go right into it from right off the deep end. We're in a time that anybody can say whatever they want. We are in the age, the time, whatever you want to call it, where anybody can say whatever they want. And I have evidence to back it up. Go to social media. Where do you get most of your information at? We get it from social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, you know, anything dealing with social media is where you get your information. Also, Wikipedia is another main source of information. So between social media and Wikipedia, you're basically being abreast of everything that's going on. It doesn't matter if it's in your local area or worldwide. So with that, who are on social media? Who's on social media? We're on social media. You're on social media. Basically, everybody in the world is on social media. So what's happening nowadays is anything that happens in the world, it can be small or it can be huge. But what you're having is people they're afforded an opportunity to speak about what's going on. And with that, there's no filter. So let me give some practical scenarios. Right now, the government is shut down, right? Trump, the so-called president, shut the government down, whatever the hell that means. He shut the government down. So right now, you can go on Facebook, you can go on YouTube, you can go anywhere to speak candidly about how you feel. And the plus degree to this, where before what you said, it held weight. What you said can be used against you. But nowadays, you can say whatever. You can literally go on Facebook and say, I hate the president. I want to do things to him, and nothing's going to happen to you. But where before, if you made a threat to a president, threat to anybody, the boys would come knocking on your door. You heard? So we live in a day and age now where you can say whatever you want. You can go in here, you can pipe off, you can pump your chest out, you can make empty threats, you can say whatever you want. And for the most part, nothing will happen to you. And what I'm seeing, because I'm not totally plugged into social media, but I talk to people who are, you know, on social media. And what I'm seeing is people are piping up, saying whatever they want to, and then people are responding to what people are saying. So it's going to show that you can say whatever you want. And when someone says something, now you can say something based on what they say. And it becomes this whole exercise of they said this, I'm saying this. And people are going back and forth. And it's just a bunch of talk and rhetoric. And for people to have any kind of third eye opening, any kind of enlightenment, any sense of spiritual acuteness, spiritual maturity, whatever you want to call it, for us, we're looking at this and we seeing like what's going on. And the super, super plus degree to all this is, if you're enlightened, if you're on this spiritual path and you feel like you're evolved, for the most part, what people are saying shouldn't affect you to the point where you're losing sleep, that you can't deal with your own life, and that you don't have a sense of your footing on the ground of on earth. You lose sense of who you are because you're listening to all these people spout off at the mouth. And what's going to help us get to what I'm referring to as the age of enlightenment, go back to my last video if you want to hear me speak about that more. But I strongly believe we're headed to what's called the age of enlightenment. With this, there's going to be a lot of things that are exposed and a lot of things that have to be shut down. And if you're a believer that we are not alone in the universe, and I'm going to take my time with this. We're not alone in the universe. For some of us, we have the pleasure to meet the beings that you read about in the Bible, that the beings that you see on movies. Some of us has actually interacted with these beings. I'm one of them. So when you have people that have been exposed to different beings, you know, we know that there's more than just humanity, but there's also a large population that they never had visitation from deities, angels, ancestors, or they never seen extraterrestrials, but yet they still believe in it. That's because, you know, for those who know, we know that they exist, but if you don't know, you just believe. And what we're coming into is an age where we're going to meet all the ancestors, we're going to meet all the beings, the supernatural beings that you've read about. We're going to start to meet them, but they're observing us right now. You look at something called a Watchers. It's a way of putting a title to certain extraterrestrials that basically hang around Earth and just observe humanity. You have a lot of beings that are just watching everything that we do. They see what's going on right now. They see, you know what I mean? They're aware of what's going on more than we are because they're looking at things from a bird's eye view. And what I'm leading to is it's inevitable. They're going to return to Earth, whatever you want to call them, but they're not going to return to Earth as long as we have a lot of discrimination, racism. Like we can't deal with each other. We can't deal with other humans that either have a different gender, different sexual orientation, different political affiliation. We can't deal with other humans. So it's going to be hard to deal with other beings that don't look like you. Some of the beings I met, they don't look nothing like humans. So imagine, like, there's one being in particular I'm thinking of. If this being was walking down the street, it'd be all chaos. So my point is, yes, people are going to be saying whatever the hell they want to say because that's the day and age we're in, the age of you can say whatever you want. But when I'm recommending putting a warning out for people who are coming into enlightenment, who are spiritually acute, is do your best not to feel like you have the responsibility to respond to everything. We have to get to a point where we're at peace with people. Just because you don't agree with someone doesn't mean you don't have to be at peace. And I'm seeing a lot of people, it's probably mad people on this thing right now, where you're letting people get you out your hookup based on a Facebook post, yo. They can post something on Facebook and it changes your whole reality. That's mind-boggling to anybody who knows. So once again, if you can't deal with other humans saying and spouting off at the mouth, how are you going to deal with these beings? How are you going to deal with an ancestor coming to your dream? You know, it's certain things that we have to prep for because if we're the mature beings that we're growing into, then we have to be part of this globe or this universal thing. And the universe is more than humans. I don't have to convince most of y'all that there's more than just humanity. In order for us to meet these other beings, we have to take care of the crib. We have to take care of our home. And that starts with this cliche and corny, loving, respecting, being humble amongst your other human beings. So that's my message. Once again, the day and age we're in right now, from my take, hold on. The day and age that we're in, because of social media, because of the internet, is anybody can say whatever they want. This is evident and very clear. What I'm recommending for people is do your best not to let other people, based on what they say, get you out your hookup where you're all messed up. If you need to detox from social media, if you need to do what a side call a friend inventory, where you go through and just knock out people that you don't want to be cool with. At the end of the day, if you got 5,000 Facebook friends, you don't need to know 5,000 people in real life. So to keep it all the way real, just knock it down to like 10 people. Just rock with people that genuinely have your best interest. But just know people aren't be piping off. And I wanted to make this video because you're going to see a lot more of it. If you live in the US, your president said that he wants to build a wall. Like, who does that, yo? My man came from TV telling people you're fired. Now he's president of the so-called greatest country in the world. And his whole agenda is he wants to build a wall. Like, I don't know his other policies and stuff. Like, in the words of Talib Kweli, I don't mess with politics. I don't even follow it. But I know dude want to build a wall. That's mind-boggling. That dude can just get up here and pipe off and say that. And then furthermore say, I'm gonna shut down this whole thing. This is the day and age we're in. Expect more of it. I'm gonna leave this video because it's gonna get real in the field, yo. It's gonna get real in the field. So that's my message for y'all. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Remember to like the video if this information resonates with you. Also share it on your social media. There's a lot more I could say about this. You know, a lot of things come across my desk, so to speak. A lot of things from the so-called spiritual community, so-called leaders. You know, I get a lot of things come across my desk. A lot of people are saying things. I picked on our president, but I can really say it about a lot of different professions. I'll just put it like that. So once again, if this information resonates with you and you feel like that there's a lot of validity and truth in the words I'm speaking, make sure to share this with your people, yo. I very rarely say that, but for this one, make sure to share it with your people. Also, if you want to support my workings, you're into metaphysics and stuff like that, our online store, l9shop.com, el9shop.com. We basically have all your favorite metaphysical tools and supplies. So if you want to support my works, that's the best thing to do is go cop something that you're already getting. Also, the code for this month to save 19% off your order, the discount code is new. So NEW, you'll save 19% off for the rest of the month. So if y'all have any quick questions pertaining to what I'm speaking about today, go ahead and ask it. I'll entertain a couple. Also, I promise I'm going to come back and do my Q&As. It's been a minute. I got mad people asking questions, so I need to pop the Q&A out. Big shout out to Don, Michael. Peace, Michael. I see you left a lot of comments on the videos. I'm not going to say I read every single comments, but I do read a lot of comments, yo. I read a lot of comments. Okay, glad you like the book, Deity Linkage, man. You'll appreciate that. Perennial bestseller. Yeah, I plan on it. That's why I'm mixing it up. I have some things in the works. I don't want to let the cat all the way out the bag, but I have some things in the works. YouTube, if you notice, YouTube is where I disseminate all my information. I post on Facebook every once in a while, maybe once or twice a week. Post on Instagram maybe once or twice a week. But YouTube is where I'm going to share, especially for free, my most viable content. So if you're already on my YouTube, you're in good hands like Allstate. Also, if you're in my Accelerator program, that's where I meet with the people and stuff like that and work with you. But it's something I don't like talking people into doing things. You know what I mean? But it's out there. If you want to work with me, spiritualaccelerator.com. That's the best way to work with me at a very affordable rate. But other than that, just rock with me on YouTube. I got you. And like I said, I got some joints playing. You know what I'm talking about. So when it gets close, I'm gonna let you know. What's up, y'all? You ain't got no questions, man? I very rarely get on here and answer anything. So if y'all got something, holla at me. Appreciate all the love, all the thank yous, and all that good stuff. All shades, all that good stuff. Yeah, the war is a distraction. Yeah, I mean, all this stuff is a distraction. I'm gonna put it like this, man. You need teachers. You need books. You need movies that educate. You need inspiration. You need motivation. You need all that until you don't need it. You feel me? You need all these things until you don't need it. Once you get to a certain level, everything is a distraction. I'm always recommending the movie Return, The Last Dragon. Bruce Leroy, one of the most occult melanated movies of our time. Go watch that movie. In the beginning, he's the so-called master sent Leroy on a journey. He said, "You need to go find a master. You need to go find a master." Bruce Leroy went everywhere looking for the master. He came back to his old master. He's like, "You looked everywhere except for one place." You know, because he was equipped. Dude was catching bullets. Dude was ill, yo. Dude was super ill, but he didn't feel like he had it until he accepted his divinity and be like, "I'm the master." Then my man got the glow and it was on and popping. You know what I'm saying? So go watch that movie, man. You need everything until you don't. You feel me? You need food 3 meals a day until you go on a fast. You realize you don't need food. You know, I've gone on 7 day juice fast where I had no food for 7 days. I don't think like most humans as far as food. I know you don't need food. You need water and air way more than food. You know, so you need something until you don't need it. That's my point. Y'all might have to go through y'all. Oh man, mad comments. We got $1.50 in here. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for it. This is what makes it all worthwhile, knowing I can come in here, drop something in real time, and it's heard, you know what I mean, in real time, and also left up here for people watching the playback. How long will it take for a parcel to get to South Africa? I'm not gonna front with you, yo. Out of our whole time doing L9 shop, which is maybe 3 years now, 2 years, something like. I'm not good with time. It's been years. We've gotten 2 complaints as far as somebody not getting their stuff, and they both came from Africa. So if you're in Africa, I don't know what's the deal with the customs there. I can assure you, and this is something else I want to speak about as far as being melanated business, black-owned business, like people like to say or whatever. We take a very high responsibility on projecting ourselves professionally, sending out packs in time, because we've heard a lot of negative things about, you know, black-owned business. We don't want to be in that category. So from our standpoint, we send everything as soon as possible. We're almost the next day shipping like Amazon for real, for real. But as far as international customs, we can't promise you once it gets to your country that your government, your customs is going to bring anything speedily, quickly. So basically, 2 people from Africa said they ain't never got nothing. So, but we have sent things to Africa, no problem. So, you know, I can't promise you how long it'll take in Africa. Moon Goddess, quick answer is yes about the ancestors coming back. All right. The statues of the 7 African power. You find me a wholesale plug, I'll cop them. Put it like that. In order for us to bring you merchandise and tools at affordable prices, we have to cop it wholesale. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get it at a good price so I can sell it to you at affordable price. We don't want to get up here and just, you know what I mean, raise prices, inflate and stuff like that. That's not the way we work. You go to l9shop.com, it's comparably priced to Amazon, even wherever you can get it. Our prices are comparable. We do that for a reason. Okay, I'm seeing things about the blood moon ritual. I may do something about that. Yeah, I hear people talk about the last dragon, that joint right there, yo. Sorry, I missed your question, Moon Goddess. I don't know. 911 frequency just added up. 9 plus 1 is 11, and it's 9 and 11 in there. Look at this, the meaning for the number 11. Excuse me. Numbers are going to change based on what they're dealing with. So an 11 dealing with, say, a person may be different than 11 dealing with an event, or 11 dealing with an actual property or an address or something like that. So you have to see what is related to. Peace, yo. Peace, Scorpio 16. Speak sweet words. The Hedda. Do you work on zodiac signs? I do. Like in my consultation, if you have a consultation with me, the first thing I ask for is your full name, full birth certificate name, and also your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. In a nutshell, what I do is obviously I'm tapped in spiritually, psychically, intuitively, but I also use numerology, and if you have your birth time, I use astrology. So the only time I really speak about zodiacs like that is on consultations one-on-one, unless you ask me something general about a specific sign. I'm not a master astrologer, but I'm very versed in astrology. Appreciate that. I try my best to keep it funky, yo. It's a lot of cats out here. I can get on here with a gown on, put a fez on, change my name to Baba something. You know what I mean? I could do all that and get on here and be like, you know, the ancestors come forth and they deliver a message through me for the people. And my relate, you know what I mean? That's an act. I'm not saying people that do that are active, but I'm just saying that's one way of getting people's attention. For me to say that I'm a so-called spiritual teacher, get up here rocking a baldy with a Wu-Tang shirt, speaking regular like I'm in the hood, that's going to relate to people I'm here to relate to. Yes, I can get on here and speak scholarly and speak flowery, but for the people I came to help themselves, they resonate with me speaking very directly, very clear, and very to the point. That's what you can expect from me. If you don't like that, unsubscribe, unfollow, do all, you know what I mean? Do all that stuff. I'm not pressed about that. I could care less about followers, all that stuff. As long as I came here and speak authentically, come here and do my job and affect those who I'm supposed to affect, we're winning. You feel me? How to break addiction, that's something a little personal. Should we be organizing together? I say organize with those who you resonate. I don't think we should organize just for the sake of organization. If somebody has a black empowerment group and they know and they think they know everything that the so-called melanated black person is supposed to do, I'm not going to join the organization just because I'm black, they're black, and I think, you know what I mean? And when you organize, you have to organize with allies. You have to have a common goal. You have to have a common interest. You have to be able to communicate. You have to have a certain hierarchy. You have to be structured. You know what I mean? There's certain things. Organization, the word is organized. So if things are disorganized, you don't have an organization. Think about the jobs, companies, places you work for, different things that's going on that weren't organized. They didn't have an organization. Just look at the word organization, organized. The person that no, the person that painted that, well, her name is Emily. Young lady I was help assisting, like mentoring, and she just wanted to send me something. Hey, what's up, Crystal? Shout out to you and your husband. Appreciate that. No advice on the solar eclipse. I haven't done any knowledge on that. Y'all got a lot of questions about the super blue moon. I'm waiting on a package from a vendor for 2 months and see them also every. Oh, okay. You're not talking about L9. Trust me when I tell you, man. Like, oh man. Yeah, it's not so much I want to say about that. I can only speak for L9shop.com. Anybody on here, I don't know who's on here. I don't know who cop with us. But, share your experience, man. We are a melanated company. I promise we do things the quote unquote right way. We really do. I can't speak and validate. Only other company that I can validate is Tybro. You know what I mean? Tybro. Obviously, I support or publicly acknowledge that Brother Panic has also been one of my virtual mentors. But he'll straight up and down tell you if you order something from him, it's going to take a while. You know what I mean? So when people are very upfront and honest, you know what I mean? You got to rock with them and give them a chance. But I see a lot of melanated people. I'm melanated, you know what I mean? That's the community. I see a lot of things I can't co-sign. Let's put it like that. I don't want to talk ill about nobody, yo. But just read between the lines, man. What do I do to manifest things I want? I don't. I don't do. I don't do rituals and magic spells per se. I personally know that all is mind. The law of mentalism. The rituals, the magic you're doing is just to convince yourself that you're worthy, not worthy, that you're just convincing yourself you're tapping into a certain energy so you can manifest it. When you go and do a ritual, say you're doing a ritual for money, or you're doing it something so you can convince yourself that you're worthy of having the money come in. For those who understand magic and how the universe works, all you have to do is be in alignment. So I know what I have to do in order to have money come in. I know if I do certain things, that money's going to dry up. But as far as magic and rituals, only thing I do is altar work on a consistent basis. The thing I've been teaching for years. Now, if you want to do a spell, do a ritual, do you. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm saying for everything that I want in life, everything that I need, I program my altar. That's all I have to do. You know, I'm not bragging. I'm just saying anybody can do this. You have to put in the work in order for it to work for you. All right, Joe. All right, go. Do I believe that love magic is bad? That's why I really don't do magic spells per se. Let me put it like this: you can do a magic spell to bring in, say, $1,000, but say that your karmic allowance or what you really deserve is 500, but you manifested 1,000. You know, from the universal law standpoint, from looking at it from a universal standpoint, you kind of owe the universe 500. You feel me? You're worthy of 500, but yet you got 1,000. You 500 in the black. You know what I mean? They gave you 500 more than what you worth. It's like going to the bank withdrawing $1,000, but they give you 1,500. You owe something. So what I do is I don't do magic spells per se to increase things because I don't want to owe anything. When I do a spell per se, like if I really do a magic spell, I use words saying to increase or bring me however much my karma will allow. So I don't owe any. I don't want to leave Earth owing anybody. You know what I mean? Same with credit. I don't want to have debt. I don't want to owe people. You know what I mean? Same thing spiritual. I don't want to owe spiritual. That may not make sense for you. If it doesn't, just disregard it. For those who make sense for it, use it as you see fit. Once again, I'm not here to tell you what's right or wrong. I'm just here to share my experience and share what's on my mind. If it doesn't resonate with you, just let it go. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all promise I'll go back and read this. Y'all got mad comments, yo. Remember to like the video, share the video. I very rarely ask anyone to share it because on your heart, though, make sure to do that. I feel that the information that's shared in this video is needed for those who are just letting people get you out your hookup. That's the best way I could put it, man. If you're letting humans with their words, knowing that we're in an age when anybody can say whatever they want. And let me share this. Let me say this too. You can say whatever you want, and you only have to put your real name. Like the people on your Facebook friends list, Twitter, Instagram, you don't even know if that's their real name. And it's something called catfishing or something like that, where people put up fake pictures and stuff like that. Like we live in a crazy world, yo. This is weird. This is weirdness at its highest degree. And if you're letting people like that get you out your hookup, it shows that you're not. And I'm not taking shots. It shows you're not as spiritually mature as you are. Cause I'm sitting here telling you, and I'm not the only one. There's nothing you can say in my chat. There's nothing you can say on my Facebook. There's nothing you can say to me that's gonna make me feel like, oh man, I'm losing it. But if you come to my crib, touch one of my own, that's different. But saying, piping off, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm born in '77. I grew up in the '80s, '90s. You know what I mean? Your word was your bond. That's the era I'm from. I get it that we're in a new age, so I roll with the tide or whatever. But the words don't mean that much no more. I grew up in a time where your words meant something. If a dude say he was gonna come see you, more than likely he was gonna come see you. Now people can go on Facebook talking about all day piping off like I'm gonna come see you, bro. I'm gonna come see you when I touch down. That don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Because it's a day and age, different day and age, though. That's my message. We are in a different day. People can say whatever they want to. How you respond is up to you. How you respond is up to you. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. So L9shop.com, EL the number 9shop.com. You want to cop something, support my workings. Right now, for the rest of the month, you can save 19% off your order. Put in discount code NEW, NEW. And until next time, peace.